South Africa, a land of diverse cultures and breathtaking landscapes, is also home to a rich tapestry of folklore. For generations, stories have been passed down, tales of mythical creatures and supernatural beings that inhabit the world alongside humans. These stories, woven into the fabric of everyday life, offer explanations for natural phenomena, provide moral guidance, and serve as a testament to the boundless imagination of the human spirit. Among the most captivating figures in South African folklore is the Impundulu, a mythical bird with a fearsome reputation. Often depicted as a large black bird with striking red markings, the Impundulu is said to possess extraordinary powers, most notably its association with lightning. The very name Impundulu evokes a sense of awe and trepidation, for it is a creature that straddles the line between the natural and the supernatural. To the people who share their homeland with this legendary being, the Impundulu is not merely a figment of imagination, but a potent symbol of the untamed forces that shape their world. The Impundulu is not an ordinary bird. It is a creature of immense power, feared and revered in equal measure. Its most well-known ability is its command over lightning. Legends describe the Impundulu as being able to summon bolts of lightning from the sky, wielding them as weapons with terrifying precision. This association with lightning has earned the Impundulu the moniker Lightning Bird, a name that speaks to its awe-inspiring and potentially destructive nature. But the Impundulu's powers extend far beyond mere weather manipulation. It is believed to possess shape-shifting abilities, capable of transforming into a human form, often appearing as a beautiful young woman. This duality of form adds to the mystique of the Impundulu, highlighting its ability to blur the lines between the familiar and the extraordinary. The Impundulu's power is not something to be taken lightly. It is a force of nature that demands respect and caution. The origins of the Impundulu are shrouded in mystery, but many traditional accounts link the creature to witchcraft and the supernatural. Some believe that the Impundulu is a familiar spirit, bound to a witch or sorcerer who has forged a pact with the dark arts. This connection to witchcraft imbues the Impundulu with an aura of danger, as it is seen as an extension of the witch's will, carrying out their bidding with ruthless efficiency. Another belief suggests that the Impundulu can be created through a ritualistic sacrifice. In this version of the legend, a person with malevolent intentions may sacrifice a human life to summon an Impundulu, binding the creature to their service through a pact sealed in blood. This sinister origin story further reinforces the Impundulu's reputation as a creature not to be trifled with, a testament to the potential for darkness that lies within the human heart. The Impundulu's connection to lightning is not merely symbolic, it is a tangible manifestation of the creature's power. Legends abound with tales of the Impundulu summoning lightning strikes to punish wrongdoers or to protect those under its care. These stories often depict the Impundulu as a bringer of justice, meting out punishment to those who have earned the wrath of the spirits. However, the Impundulu's lightning is not always a force for good. It can also be unleashed in anger or jealousy, causing destruction and chaos in its wake. Villages struck by lightning, crops scorched by unnatural heat, and even sudden deaths by electrocution are often attributed to the Impundulu's wrath. This unpredictable nature is part of what makes the Impundulu such a formidable and feared entity. Section 5. A familiar spirit. As a familiar spirit, the Impundulu is believed to serve its master with unwavering loyalty, carrying out their commands and protecting them from harm. Witches and sorcerers who have forged a bond with an Impundulu are said to possess great power, for they can call upon the creature's abilities to further their own aims. The Impundulu's loyalty to its master is absolute, but this bond comes at a price. It is said that the Impundulu requires regular offerings of blood to maintain its power and to appease its bloodthirsty nature. These offerings may take the form of animal sacrifices, or in some cases, even human victims. The Impundulu's insatiable thirst for blood serves as a chilling reminder of the dark side of its power and the lengths to which some will go to control it. Section 6. The Impundulu's Mark. The Impundulu's presence is not always marked by thunder and lightning. According to folklore, the creature can also leave its mark in more subtle ways. One such sign is the appearance of strange burn marks on the bodies of its victims. These burns, said to resemble claw marks, are believed to be inflicted by the Impundulu's searing touch, a testament to its mastery over fire and heat. Another telltale sign of the Impundulu's presence is the discovery of unusual eggs. These eggs, often found in burned-out huts or near the sites of lightning strikes, are said to be smooth and metallic, unlike any bird egg found in nature. The discovery of such an egg is considered a dire omen, a sign that the Impundulu is near and that misfortune is sure to follow. Section 7. A bird of ill omen. The Impundulu is not merely a creature of power, it is also a harbinger of misfortune and death. Its appearance in the sky is often seen as a bad omen, a sign that something terrible is about to occur. This belief is deeply rooted in the Impundulu's association with lightning, which itself is often seen as a sign of divine displeasure or a warning of impending danger. The Impundulu's cry is another cause for alarm. Described as a piercing shriek or a blood-curdling wail, the Impundulu's call is said to chill the blood and strike fear into the hearts of all who hear it. To hear the Impundulu's cry is often interpreted as a sign that death is near, either for the listener or for someone they know. Section 8. Seeking protection. Given the Impundulu's fearsome reputation, it is no surprise that people have developed ways to protect themselves from its wrath. Traditional beliefs hold that certain charms and amulets can ward off the Impundulu, preventing it from harming those who possess them. One common method of protection involves the use of lightning herbs. These herbs, believed to possess protective properties, are often burned in homes or carried on one's person to deter the Impundulu. The smoke from these herbs is said to confuse the creature, masking the scent of potential victims and driving it away. Another form of protection comes from traditional healers, known as sangomas. Sangomas are believed to possess spiritual powers that allow them to communicate with the spirit world, including creatures like the Impundulu. They may perform rituals or prescribe remedies to appease the Impundulu, seeking to avert its wrath and protect those who seek their help. Section 9. The Impundulu in modern times. Despite the encroachment of modernity, the legend of the Impundulu continues to endure in South Africa. While scientific explanations for lightning and other natural phenomena have largely replaced traditional beliefs, the Impundulu remains a potent symbol in folklore, art and literature. The Impundulu's image can be found in traditional beadwork, carvings and other art forms, often depicted as a powerful and enigmatic creature. Its story continues to be told and retold, passed down through generations as a reminder of the enduring power of belief and the rich cultural heritage of South Africa. In some communities, belief in the Impundulu persists, particularly in rural areas where traditional ways of life are more deeply ingrained. Sightings of the creature are still reported, and its cry is said to be heard echoing through the night, a testament to the enduring power of myth and the hold it has on the human imagination. Section 10. A legacy of wonder. The Impundulu, with its fearsome reputation and captivating mythology, stands as a testament to the power of storytelling and the enduring appeal of the unknown. It is a creature that embodies both the beauty and the danger of the natural world, a reminder that there are forces beyond our control that shape our lives in profound ways. While the Impundulu may be a creature of myth and legend, its story continues to resonate with people around the world, capturing our imaginations and reminding us of the power of belief. It is a reminder that the world is full of wonder and mystery, and that there are still stories to be told, passed down through generations, keeping the flame of imagination alive.